Hi, my name is Bernice, and today we are at TLC at Family Life Centre, the Lounge Chat. With me is my colleague Joshna, and Joshna is our training manager, and she's going to be telling us what we have on offer in terms of training. So over to Josh. Josh, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Bernice, for me being here today. Thank you so much. So just to share with you that training is a big component of Family Life Centre services other than our counselling, which is really professional. The training component is being put in place mainly to help people and to empower people in different spheres. And we offer trainings to companies, to schools, to children, to the youth, to anybody and everybody, even other professionals as well in terms of training. Most of our training is accredited and it has CPD points. And what I'd like to say about the training component of the department is that all our training is interactive and it's designed in such a manner that you own the training once you are in the training. You literally want to be using this training. We have a range of different types of trainings we offer. We have the basic counseling training, which just kind of helps you and equips you with skills in communicating more effectively and be more aware of how you communicate and how you respond to other people. So it really helps to enlighten relationships. We have the grief counseling training, and I think in this time and age we've had a lot of losses regarding death, loss of jobs, etc. And people don't know how to cope with grief in it. And so our training helps us to equip ourselves with that. The other training that we have been doing quite a lot of is the trauma training. And Bernice, you know, with South Africa as the way it is, we face the trauma on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
And many a times we in the front line when there's a trauma. And how do we cope? Do we have the skills? Do we have the equipment? So that training is aimed in that direction.
Okay.
Of course, we have lots of trainings. Other than that, we have the adolescence training, the parenting skills training. We have the marital counseling training, the prepare enrich training. I love the prepare enrich because it helps couples, particularly before they engage in on their new journey into marriage, to become more aware of each other and their little, I wouldn't call it weaknesses, but growth areas as to what they can work with and what they can talk about. And it's a lovely way of starting a journey together. So that's the prepare enrich training as well. And particularly if anybody or any organization or institute or company requires some kind of training, we're willing to put something together. We've got the emotional intelligence training. We've got the gender-based training, which you are an expert with. So we do have a range of trainings that caters for different aspects, and it can help, and it is modified according to the needs of the participants. Yeah.
Okay. So Josh, you know, at the moment, gender-based violence, is an absolutely enormous pandemic that we're experiencing, and there are many people that want to know more about it so that they can just key into it, you know, on a different level. And one of the levels would be in a corporate space where if a colleague is experiencing gender-based violence, and that's emotional abuse, physical abuse, what do they do? What do they need to know? And so if that happened, could a corporate phone in and find out more about our training? Do we tailor-make that training to them?
Yes, they can. And I think it's so useful if a corporate can recognize that this is a need in their staff. Because, of course, if a staff member is unhappy or is disturbed by what's going on in their home front, it obviously has impact on production and work ethic. Right?
Absolutely.
And so I would often say a caring organization or a caring institute will take care of its staff because that then takes care of its production.
Yes.
So please call us if you need us.
Yes.
And we will tailor-make. So sometimes people don't want to come in for a full-on training.
Yes.
We can adapt the training into a couple of hours workshop as well, just to accommodate so that the key points and key aspects can be shared. And
yes. I'm just thinking along the lines as well. it just occurred to me that abuse is it's invisible. People do not share it easily. It is the most difficult thing to share, and taking it into a company is reaching out in a way where everybody has access to that information. And if the person is being abused, on the bottom of all of our podcasts is our number, so they could reach out in that way. So the training is not directed at any one person, but as a collective.
Yes.
And you take away from that training what you want to. And I think the nice thing about our training is that there's a way forward. We give a way forward.
Okay. I agree. And it's done, like we said earlier on, it's an experiential and an interactive process.
Yes.
And adults, as adults, we learn in that manner.
Yes. There you have it. Our training department is hot and happening. We key into what you need, and if you have issues that you need to address, call us. Speak to Bernie or to Joshna, and our number is going to be at the bottom of this podcast, and we will be able to help you. Until we meet again, goodbye.